Hi and welcome to KAD-TECH. In today's tutorial, I will be creating the different views of the isometric drawing we worked on previously. By the way, I made a slight adjustment to the isometric drawing. Actually, just a couple of changes. So if you've already drawn the isometric, don't worry, you can update it easily. I've encircled the specific part where measurement have changed. This part right here has been changed from 0.38 to 0.24, and this section went from 0.88 to 0.90. The reason for this adjustment is that the line should appear at a 30-degree angle in the orthographic views. So 0.24 and 0.90 is the correct measurement to maintain proper proportions. You'll see exactly how this comes into play when we start drawing the front view later in the tutorial. So now, most people usually start with the front view, but I prefer to begin with the top view. This helps me better visualize the overall layout before moving on to the other sides. So let's get started. Looking at the isometric drawing and using the measurement provided, we'll begin by drawing a rectangle. So you go to command line and type L for the line command, or you can just click the icon here. To project the top view, we will be drawing a rectangle with a width of 1.75 units and a height of 1.12 units. And then close. Turn on your snap or F3 and then press enter. Once done, we'll use the offset command to create internal details. You can either click the offset icon or type O at the command line. Now, enter the following offset distances one by one. So first is 0.24. We'll offset this vertical line. Enter and then press enter to repeat the command. Then 0.50. Enter. And then 0.90. And then press enter. After adding those lines, I'm going to trim this particular lines here as well as this one, because next we'll be creating hidden lines. So go to your ribbon, select trim, this one also, and then create a new line for our hidden line. Press enter. So you have to remember that hidden lines are used to represent edges or features that are not directly visible in that view. In this case, they indicate space or a visible edge located beneath this portion of the object. Now let's convert a line to a hidden line type. To do this, go to the Properties panel, then click on Other. In the Line Type Manager dialog box, click Load if it's not on your list. And then scroll down, select Hidden To. Once selected, click OK to load. I already have it, so I'll just press cancel and then press OK to close the dialog box. Next, select the line you want to convert. Go back to the Properties panel and set its line type to Hidden To. And that's it. You can now press Escape key to deselect the line. Now let's move on to the front view. First, offset this horizontal line, setting the measurement to 1.0 unit. So again, the space here will determine our dimensions, the location of our dimension. Now refer back to the isometric drawing and check the height. Use the offset command again. Set the value to 1.75 and then press enter. Now draw a vertical line upward with a height of 0.88. Before we continue, turn on your dynamic input. This will help guide your cursor with live measurements and angles. You can find it in the status bar. It's dynamic input. If you cannot find it in your status bar, just go to these three lines, click, and then check the dynamic input. Now we need a 30-degree angle. So we'll just turn off the ortho. 30 degrees. And then click. And then press enter. So click line to join the endpoint. We'll offset this horizontal line by 38 units to represent this part. As well as this line. And then finally, use the trim command to clean up any excess lines. And your front view should now be clearly defined. Press enter. So this is the front view. Let's proceed to the left side view. This left side view. If you will remember, we offset this horizontal line with 1 unit, so we will do the same. So offset. The thickness of our isometric based on the top view is 1.12. So we offset the line 1.12. Then connect the endpoint. Offset this part 38.38 units, as well as the line below. And then we need to offset this part 0.50. And then we have an edge here, so we need a visible line here with a measurement of 0.88. So offset again 0.88. And then we will now trim those unwanted lines. So we don't need this. And then press enter. Once all details are complete, review your drawings carefully. If you'd like, you can now add dimensions to your drawing using the dimension tool as well as the text. I will be adding dimensions. Can add the text. Single line, you can add it directly here. Press enter. Then type your text. If you want it smaller, you can right click, go to properties, change the height into 0.2, press enter. Let's position it properly in the drawings. Copy. It's still a little bit big. So let's change the height into 0.18 or 15. And then this one. It's all done. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me create more tutorials like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. See you in the next video. Bye!